It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is naive, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is naive, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is naive, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is naive.
Okay, wait. Let me know if y'all can hear me, because my mic just died. Take this out. Let me see. Okay, y'all can hear me. I'm good. Okay. My damn. Once I pull it, I'm like, why is the light not green on the damn mic? Well, because it's dead. Okay, well. Perfect. Okay. Anywho, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. Okay. Happy Tuesday to everyone. I hope that your day is going well so far. It is Ogun Day, Tuesday, the day of technology, the day of war, the day of reckoning for some. Anywho, I was channeling 3 songs before I got on here, and I'm gonna let y'all know what the songs are. Of course, before we get into everything, all services, readings, consultations, all of that great stuff is all available on my website. I will be going on TikTok live today, after this live. So my TikTok live is also now included right there. Actually, TikTok live, boom, right there. For those who want to head over there and watch after this. Okay, so we'll be getting back into that for this week. But anyway, nevertheless, I want to get into these messages because I woke up very, very excited, and good things have been happening all day. Random information, things that I have been looking forward to, like just random things happening. And the song, it kind of ties into the message that I channeled later last night. If you looked at it, okay, on either Facebook, I think I posted it to Instagram as well as TikTok and YouTube, okay, in the community section. So go look at that. But the song that I was channeling last night was a song by PJ Morton, and it's called Watch the Sun. Okay, and specifically the song starts out, and it was on my story as well for those who watched my story last night or yesterday or today. It should still be up there. But anywho, it starts off saying, just wait until the morning. I know it's been so dark for you, but watch the sun come shining through. Okay, now after that, again, I woke up today. That was the song I channeled last night, and I listened to it again before I got on here today. But then 2 other songs came after that. The first one was King Kunta by Kendrick Lamar. Bitch, where you when I was walking. Now I run the game. Got the whole world talking King Kunta. Everybody want to cut the legs off. Kunta, black man taking no losses. Oh, yeah. That's a fucking vibe, okay? Listen to that twice. And then the third song that I channeled was Money Trees. Okay. Me and my niggas trying to get it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? So, Spirit kept saying, you know, there's going to be a lot of people in regret. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people in regret. For some of you, there's already people in regret. With this Saturn retrograde, is bringing a lot of people back from the past. Okay, a lot of people who we no longer communicate with, a lot of people who we haven't heard from, and I'm talking about years. Okay, years. People that we have lost contact with, people that you know, we may have been in some type of connection with and it didn't end the right way, or it may have ended on certain terms, right? Confirmation, these people don't care. They don't care how it ended. They don't care what happened and what caused y'all to not be in connection no more. All they know is that they can, number one, feel you detaching, because a lot of y'all are detaching from these areas in your life or these people in your life, because you're moving on to this new place. So you can't take them people with you, right? So a lot of them can feel that you are disconnecting energetically from them, which is why they're coming out from the woodwork. And then also, a lot of people have been paying attention to what you're doing. A lot of y'all be thinking that nobody is watching you, and that's the worst mistake that you can make. That's the worst mistake that you can make, is thinking that you're not important enough, that it's not no eyes on you at all. There's always somebody hating on somebody. There's always somebody, you know, praying for somebody's downfall. I mean, it just has to be. That's just how it goes. You know, yin and yang. If you got people happy for you, you're gonna have people that's not happy for you. If you got people who want the best for you, you gotta have people who don't want the best for you. It has to be balanced. There has to be opposites. So don't go into this life thinking that you're not good enough for people wanting to be jealous of you, to hate on you, and things of that nature. Because the minute that you start thinking like this, you lose all of the senses of protection. Okay, if I don't have it in the back of my mind that there could always be somebody watching me, praying on my downfall, wait for me to fall, then I am never in the best predicament when it comes to protecting myself. I'm always going to fall short when it comes to protecting myself, because I'm not seeing myself as valuable as I actually am. I'm seeing myself through the lens of my trauma, through the lens of somebody else's opinions of me, through the lens of my childhood, whatever it may be. And because of that, I'm a target. Okay? So a lot of y'all are getting a wake-up call that, babes, you are a lot bigger in the grand scheme of things than you give yourself credit for. You possess a lot more in the grand scheme of things than you give yourself credit for, or than you acknowledge. Okay? And because of that, you know, a lot of you have been very, very, I'm going to say humble, air quotes, when it comes to your journey. Meaning, you've been so focused on your journey that you haven't really been peeping that people are watching you. You've been so focused on your journey that you haven't even been realizing that there are people around you that are trying to infiltrate your energy, or trying to get closer to you because they see where you're headed. Okay? Because we're going somewhere, right? And people know when you're going somewhere. You know when you're going somewhere, right? You may not know when it's going to happen or who's going to be a part of it and all of the extras, but you know when you're going somewhere. So if you know, people definitely know. People around you definitely know. So if you're not putting yourself in a position where you are taking into account, okay, how important you are, then again, you will be a target for people who know who you are, but want to benefit off of it. And then I got time for that, okay? Because whatever's coming in is way too big, way too important, way too, you know, deserving. You know, you are way too deserving of this thing for you to not be protecting yourself, for you to not be paying attention to the people, places, and things and energies around you. All right. All right, we're gonna start with some ancestor messages. The numbers 828 can be significant, okay, or mirroring numbers. When I say mirroring numbers, I mean like 414, 212, 515, or 525. It doesn't matter, right? But just numbers that mirror each other, okay? It may be a different number in the middle, but the two numbers the first number and the last number mirror each other. Okay, so a lot of mirroring numbers because of the fact that a lot of y'all are attracting what you have already put out. This again, Saturn is outside, right? Saturn is the planet of karma, right? Or the planet of fulfillment or achievement, depending on what's going on. Okay, and it is a mirror, meaning it is giving back to you what you've already put out. So a lot of things will be mirrored to you right now. A lot of, even I'm looking at the on my side, y'all probably can't see it, but on my side I'm saying 161, 151. So a lot of things could be mirrored to you. Okay. Now it's going to be very, very important to make sure for some of you guys, as you are going into this place of receiving this new stuff, as you're going to this place to, as you're going into this place of becoming this new person and operating in this new energy, I really want you guys to have more compassion for yourself. Okay, this is not a time to beat yourself up. This is not a time to, strive for impossible things, meaning for perfection, wanting everything to go your way, or beating yourself up over simple mistakes, or whatever the case is. Okay, this is a time to really go with the flow and be very light in energy, meaning whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? You learn from it and you keep it pushing. Don't spend too much time angry with yourself over things that you've already done, that have already happened, because you can't go backwards, right? So what is the point of sitting here carrying all of this stuff with you when you really can't do nothing about it? There's nothing you can do about it. You can't go back and change it. All you can do is move forward with this new information, right? Move forward with this new insights, with this new outlook of things, okay? And make decisions based on the information that you've come into now. But sitting there holding yourself, in contempt for things that you've already done is just pointless. Especially, and I'm talking about not just recent things, but things from years ago. Okay? At some point, you got to heal from it and let it go. Okay? All right, let's see what's coming in for my collective. Yes, y'all. Freedom. I'm hearing that song by Kiki Sheard. Y'all know I'm a church baby at heart, so I channel a lot of gospel songs. That song, "My Redeemer has set me from sin. My soul is awakened. I live." What's the name of that damn song? Free from what hurt me. Free from what cost me, I think. Mentally, you set me free. I can't think of the damn song, but I think it's called Free. I think it's called Free by Kiki Sheard. Go check out the song. But that's exactly what I'm hearing as I pull that card. This is a time where you guys again are. I just heard Whitney Houston song, "I Didn't Know My Own Strength." Y'all didn't know your own strength. And you are trying to figure out, like, Spirit, why do you keep putting me in these damn situations where I feel like I'm losing? Why do you keep leading me towards places, relationships, situations that I feel like are having negative effects on me, or, putting me in environments that I don't feel prepared for, or putting me in, places that just, are not my norm, or whatever the case is, right? And all of this was supposed to show you exactly who you were. You didn't know your own strength, and Spirit had to put you in positions where all you had was you. All you could turn to was you. All you had was you. All you could rely on was you. All you could trust was you for some of y'all. They put you in a group of liars, so all you could hear was your own truth, your own inner voice. They put you in a group of people who didn't know who they was, and was operating and trying to operate in other people's energy instead of being organic to themselves, so you can see what that shit looks like and not do that, right? And be unique in your own energy. They put you in situations where you was being cheated on and people was choosing other people so that you could choose you. You know what I'm saying? All of these things were set up for you to come into this space where you are, where now you have freedom. I don't need y'all to be in my space. I don't have to rely on these people. I don't have to walk around waiting for somebody to come save me or waiting for something to come help me or, doing all this unnecessary shit, because I have learned through this process that all I need is me. Right? And that's not saying that we don't need assistance from people sometimes. That's not saying we don't need help, right? Because the reading we did yesterday was talking about allowing people to come in and help you. So that's not what we're talking about. But what we're saying is all you need is you, meaning you have the answers. Your intuition speaks to you. Your higher self speaks to you. The world around you is a reflection of your inner perspective. So at any point, you could change this shit. At any point, you have the power to shift gears in your life. And a lot of y'all are realizing, like, damn, I was the problem. I was pulling cards last night, and sometimes I just randomly pick up my deck and Spirit would be like, pull some cards. I'm like, okay. And you're the problem kept coming out. You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. I'm like, Spirit, what are you trying to say? Like, is this about me? Am I the drama? Right? And Spirit is like, a lot of times, most of the time, we are the ones standing in our own way. It's not nobody else coming and doing anything. It's not other people necessarily, bringing harm to us all the time or wanting us to just be sad or wanting just to cause problems and issues in our life. No, a lot of times we just want to do what we want to do, or we want everything to be comfortable for us. So anything that takes us out of our comfort zone, anything that is something that, we don't particularly want to do at the moment, we going to cause all of these issues. We basically going to be the stop to the whole process. We're going to stand in the way and be like, well, I don't want to do that right now. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I thought I was going to have to do. That's not what I imagined was going to happen. So I don't want to do it. Period. Okay? But for this reading, a lot of you guys are coming. Look at this. As I split the deck. Vulnerability and freedom. A lot of you guys are coming out of this space where you have been so hard on yourself and where you have been overworking is what I'm hearing. Overworking. Meaning like you're just doing too much. Like a lot of y'all are realizing the simpler the better. The less complicated the better. The less people involved, the better. When it comes to friends, when it comes to family, when it comes to loved ones, when it comes to all types of things, the simpler, the better. You're realizing that you had way too much on your plate. You're realizing that you was worried about too many people, that you was doing too much for people, or whatever the case is. And once you start to simplify your life, simplify your process, okay? Simplify your circles, cut back on some of these people, cut back on some of these things, you realize that life started to pick up fast as fuck. Faster than it did when you was doing 18,000 things. Right? A lot of y'all are realizing when you sit down and you rest and you relax and you chill, that's when things just start happening. It's like, and that's why you feel like you didn't do anything to deserve it. Right? Because a lot of us have been conditioned that we have to work super, super hard and do all of these super complicated things in order to deserve something. And that's not true. You just have to fulfill whatever it is for you to fulfill. It doesn't mean that it has to be hard. It doesn't mean that it has to be difficult. It doesn't mean that it has to be a brain scratcher where you're sitting there and you don't know what to do. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that it needs to get done. And whatever way you can get that done in the simplest form is what's going to work better for you. So this is why when you sitting there and you minding your business and you chilling and you relaxing, everybody is drawn to you. All of these different things start happening in your life. All of the things that you've been manifesting start to just flow in. Okay, just coming almost, it feels like it's coming out of nowhere. But in reality, you're doing the work. You're matching the frequency of that thing by relaxing yourself. Okay? And for a lot of you guys, this freedom comes with really, really making sure that you're protecting yourself, because there's a lot of people coming back to get a piece of this pie. There's some people who feel like they deserve to have some of the shit that you get. And I know that sounds crazy as hell. But it's giving me, y'all remember that movie that Tyler Perry made, Acrimony, I think it's called, with Taraji P. Henson, when she marries the guy and he's working on this project for all these years and he's not making no money, and she's taking care of him and she working all these jobs and doing all this stuff, and then she divorces him because she like, you know what, I can't take it no more, I can't deal with it no more, I'm done. And then once she leaves and divorces him, that's when his business pops off. And when his business pops off, he goes and he marries this other lady, and he starts taking care of her and buying her all this shit and doing all this stuff for her. And Taraji get mad because she like, well, damn, nigga, I was taking care of you when you ain't have shit. I was here for you when, making sure that you was good when you was broken, da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. And she felt like she should get all of this stuff from him. And he tried to give her, some money, but that wasn't good enough for her. She turned up, right? And this is how a lot of people are viewing you right now. They like, damn, when you wasn't shit, I was around you. So when you come up, I need to be around. Does that mean that they should be around just because they was a part of your life when things weren't the best? No. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, ho. So whenever you left, if good things start happening after you left, don't come back. What you coming back for? Because the T is, had I not elevated after you left, you would have never turned around. But because I started elevating, now you want to twist your motherfucking neck to the back and look at me and think that I owe you something, or think that I'm supposed to do something for you. No. And some of these people didn't even really do nothing for you. They were just around. You know what I'm saying? Whether they did something for you or whether they was just around, it does not matter. If these people have left your life and now you want to come up and they trying to come back, it's a dub. It's a dub. Do you hear me? Protecting, protecting, protecting. Period. You don't owe nobody shit. The same way they don't owe you shit. Period. Spirit guide and confidence is coming out. A lot of you guys definitely have had an increase in confidence, which is why you now have this freedom. A lot of your freedom is coming from being confident. Now that you're confident in your journey, now that you realize simpler is better, now that you started to navigate this journey from a different energy, from a different perspective, you feel a lot more secure. You feel a lot more confident. You feel a lot more assured of yourself and of your journey. And people can smell that. Okay? Intuition and downloads is the second card out. And again, like we was talking about yesterday, a lot of this is coming from you guys just simply trusting yourself. Like, you know what do I have to lose? Like I said yesterday, the worst thing that can happen is that you stay in the position that you've been in. That's the worst thing that can happen when you're going for something new, when you're getting outside of your comfort zone. The absolute worst thing that can happen is nothing happens. That's the worst thing. You're not going to go backwards or nothing. The worst thing that can happen is nothing happens. And a lot of y'all are realizing, even if things go bad, quote unquote bad, or I have challenges, right? Even if I get into this new thing and it is uncomfortable, it doesn't mean that it's bad for me. Or it doesn't mean that it doesn't have any value to me in my process. Because everything is a learning experience if you make it. It's all in your perspectives. Okay? We got healing energy. Lots of shadow work is a part of this process as well. Y'all are not just, you know what I'm saying, shifting your energy and moving away from people and protecting yourself and things of that nature. But like I said before, you're also working and healing from childhood traumas and from liars and thieves and stealers and energy vampires and hell, some of your own bullshit. Because we're not about to act like the only bullshit we healing from is everybody else and what everybody else did to us. Okay, a lot of the shit that we healing from is things that we walked ourselves into. Okay, because we wanted to do what we wanted to do, or we wanted our reality to be whatever we wanted it to be. Okay? And I mean, it's not necessarily nothing wrong with that, but everything has some type of consequence, right? And consequences don't always have to be a bad thing. It's just a result, right? Every action has a reaction. So, you know, now that you're healing these specific parts or areas of your life, actually healing them, okay? Because I feel like a lot of y'all realize that, yeah, you may have been on your journey for a certain amount of time, but you haven't really been on your journey. Like, for a lot of y'all, that was the first step to this, because you realized that you was bullshitting. You was lying to yourself. Okay? You was not taking this shit as seriously as you should have. You was not tuning in, tapping in the way that you needed to. You was not involved with your spirit team and higher self the way that you should have been. A lot of y'all are realizing that you were bullshitting for a while. Okay? And once you realize that, and you started to take accountability for that, and you started to, you know, do things to counteract that, right? To become better, to be better, to walk better, to talk better, to whatever, right? That's when you started to see the results that you're seeing now. Reconciliation. I told y'all, these motherfuckers is coming back from the past. They want to reconcile. They want to get cool. They see that you done switched your energy. You done healed. You talking different. You walking different. Your ass glowing and shit. They're like, what the? Bitch, when you and I was walking. Now I run a game. Got the whole world talking. When I say that song is the energy, what's the games? The games is the power that be. Period. Okay, they like, hold up. Something feels different about you. Something looks different, you know, in regards to you. Did you change your hair? Are you walking different? Are you talking different? Did you lose weight? Did you gain weight? You got a little thicker. You got a little slimmer. You got a little, you know, more fit. You working out. You changed your diet. What you mean you pescatarian now? What you mean you vegan? What you mean you vegetarian? We used to eat pork chops and steak all the time. We used to eat frog legs and crab legs and your legs and my legs. What you mean? What you mean you go to the gym 5 days out the week now? What do you mean that you talk to your spirit team? Okay? I even hear people like trying to use sarcasm. You know, when it comes to you, like, oh, you know, we don't want to say nothing to them because you know how this is, or you know how they are with this now, or you know what I'm saying? Like, even trying to make you uncomfortable because your growth makes them uncomfortable. A lot of people are projecting energy to you and on you, and it is your choice, you know, to accept it or to denounce it. Okay? When you notice that somebody's trying to project onto you, it is your responsibility to combat that shit. Period. Okay? It's not just, you know, you can say whatever you want to say to me. Who do you think you are, and who the fuck do you think I am? I'm doing all this work behind closed doors, and you think you're going to come into my life and say anything to me, treat me any type of way, talk to me any type of way, address me any type of way? You think you're not going to respect me? And then your reasoning for it is because you're trying to convince me that I'm not who I am? Bitch, have you lost your mind? Has a hoe lost their marbles or not? What the hell is going on? How you going to try to make me feel some type of way? How you gonna try to downplay my growth just because your motherfucking ass been stagnant? And if you realize, if you look at all of the people who are talking, it's people who are not going anywhere in their life. These are people who have no progress. These are people who have no relationship with spirit. These are people who have no insight. These are people who have no dreams, no goals, no visions, no wants out of life. These are people who don't even know who they are. These are people who, you know, copy off of everybody else. These are people who not even living in their truth. These are people who have never once set out to accomplish their goals and their dreams. These are people who don't even know their worth or their value. These are the people who are trying to convince you that what you're doing is wrong. Come on now. Bitch, where you when I was walking? Now I run a game, got the whole world talking. That's the part that when I say something loop in my head, now I run the game, got the whole world talking. I'm in all you hoes' mouths. And you would think I did something wrong. Y'all talking about me because I'm living right? What the how does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. How you finding a problem with me changing my life for the better? How was that something to disturb you? Queen of Swords. Because I'm unapologetic. Because I don't care about y'all opinions no more. Some of these people are people who have always offered you advice and maybe you listened before. Some of these people could even be people that you've called, you know, a lot when things were going on, or people that, you know, gave you some type of counsel in the past, people who may have gave you their opinions, or, you know, have always, you know, been there for you as far as you calling them, or this could be someone that you have always tried to people please, whatever the case is, right? So now because you don't need these people anymore, now because you're not reliant on their opinions or their word or their, you know, insight or whatever the case is, they feel like they don't have no value. When you realize that you gave people value, you'll start treating yourself a little different. Like, bitch, you don't have no life without me, ho. That's why these motherfuckers is mad, because their whole life has consisted of putting you down. Your whole relationship with this person has consisted of them being above you or trying to convince you that they have always been above you. And now, because you're understanding who you are and you're acting more accordingly, these motherfuckers don't have no purpose no more. And because they don't have no purpose, they taking it personal. Instead of them figuring out who the fuck they are, they don't want you to continue on with what you've been doing. They want you to go back to be in a position for them to have purpose. Okay? Some people literally base their worth off of how bad you're doing. They only feel value, and they only feel valuable. They only feel important. They only feel good. They only feel like their life is moving. They only feel like they are doing something in their life when they can look at you and see that you are beneath them. The moment you elevated, the moment you passed them up, and you went past these motherfuckers, is the moment they start acting different towards you. Why? Because their value came from you not having any. And I'm not just talking about relationships with spouses or friends. I'm talking about mamas, jealous ass mamas, aunties, grandmamas, uncles, whoever, don't matter, co-workers. A lot of people have used you as a step stool for them to feel important, for them to feel accomplished, for them to feel good. But because you're winning on your own now, because you know who you are now, because you went in, you tapped in, you went into hermit mode. 10 of Cups energy. Because you're receiving abundance. And for some of you, your abundance may not have materialized yet. This is what I really want y'all to understand with this. Your abundance has already been released, meaning it's basically on its way, out for delivery. Y'all know how you looking at the things say out for delivery, right? Meaning it's on its way to you. You may not have it yet in physical form, but it is on its way to you already spiritually. It's been released spiritually. So people can feel when shit is released. Energetically, they know what the fuck is going on. They may not be conscious of it, but they can feel the difference in energy. They're like, hold up. This whole energy a little high. So this is when people start saying, oh, you feeling yourself. Oh, you operating your ego. Oh, you full of yourself. Oh, you being cocky. Oh, you think you all that. Yes. What the fuck? These same people that have no problem when you were sitting around talking about how shitty your life was. These people that have no problem when you was sitting around, struggling. They didn't have no problem when you was crying and snotting. They didn't have no problem when you was broke and hungry. They had no problem with that shit. They had no problem when you was out here being a hoe. They had no problem when you was out here getting pregnant with everybody. They had no problem when you was out here losing your mind, acting goofy over these niggas or these females. They have no problem when you was in and out of relationships. They had no problem when you was being traumatized repetitively. They didn't have no issues with that. They ignore all of that shit. If anything, a lot of these motherfuckers encouraged it. They encouraged that shit. You asking for advice, they're like, yeah, go back to the nigga that's beating you. Yeah, you don't gotta go and improve your life. But therapy is for crazy people. You don't need therapy. What do you mean that you want to move to another state? You don't know nobody in that state. What do you mean you want to quit your job and start a business? You don't even know how to run no business. You ain't never go to college. They had no problem shooting you down and keeping you under their damn foot. But the minute you took some time for yourself, and for a lot of you guys, you went ghost on everybody. And it may not have even been on purpose. You just fucking disappeared because your energy was so withdrawn from everybody else because it was so in tune with yourself. The more you go inward, the less you have to give to everybody around you. And people don't like that when they benefit from you being in a traumatic state. Of course, they're going to make you feel bad for improving your life because they benefited from your trauma. They benefited from you being in this negative ass mentality. They benefited in you not knowing your value. They ate off of that. However they ate, whether you was giving them money, whether you was giving these motherfuckers a place to stay, whether you was just being a listening ear, whether you was allowing them to manipulate your energy or steal your energy, cipher your energy, whatever it is. But you woke the fuck up. You woke the fuck up and you said, I gotta get out of here. This is not the energy for me. This is not the energy for me. I have to transfer. It's time to transfer. I had to transfer schools. I had to transfer spaces, environments. I had to get the fuck up out of there. And again, you may not have even consciously realized that you was doing it, but the people around you started to peep it. Oh, you don't call me like you used to no more. What you too good for me? Oh, now you spiritual. What, you can't answer the phone? But when you wasn't spiritual, I answered the phone for you. It's like they always want to find a way to spin it. Instead of just saying, I'm so proud of you. If you need time for yourself, I completely understand. See, a person who actually cares about your life, your livelihood, your peace, your happiness, your process, they don't mind you having some days or some weeks or months to yourself. They may not like it because they love you and they want to talk to you and they want to, be in relationship and connection with you, but they will understand it and give you that space because they want you to be your best self. So anybody who is trying to convince you not to be in that space by yourself, anybody that's trying to convince you that you don't need to be in a space by yourself, those are motherfuckers you need to be looking at with the squint. Because why don't you want me to have time for myself? Why don't you want me to go to therapy? Why are you trying to down me for moving to another state by myself? Why are you trying to project your fears onto me? Why are you trying to convince me I can't start a business because I never went to college? Even though most business owners never went to college. Most successful business owners never went to college. Most of the billionaires that we have in this world right now never went to college. Or they dropped out of college. So we know that certain things are not required for success. And a lot of people have been projecting their fears, projecting their thoughts, projecting their feelings onto you. Period. And a lot of y'all are realizing that, and now you're making the necessary cuts. 6 of Cups. A lot of you, because you have moved away and you finally chose yourself, you have people come in that choose you. You will have people come in that choose you. The things that you connect with have chosen you. You're going to receive assistance from spirit, receiving gifts, I'm hearing income. I heard income and outcomes. incomes and outcomes. You understand? Meaning I'm gonna get that dough, that coin, that green, that lettuce, collard green. That was a song that I said money trees was a song I channeled. It was collard greens. Oh, luxury. Ching, ching, ching. Can buy anything, cop that. Oh, collard greens. 3 degrees low, make it happily, drop that. Yeah. This is a gift. This is something coming in unexpected for a lot of you guys. This is something that, again, you probably didn't think that you would be capable of receiving, or you forgot about it, or you just have never considered it, whatever the case may be. Okay? For some of y'all, this could be spiritual gifts, right? Some of you are finally unlocking your spiritual gift. A lot of y'all was wondering, like, I see a lot of people with their spiritual gift. I see a lot of people with this and a lot of people with that. You know, why isn't that happening for me? Well, baby, you wasn't doing the work that them people was doing. You know, coming into your spiritual gifts is not just something that just happens, babe. You got to be in position for all of that. Okay? Queen of Pentacles, this is definitely for some of you guys as well, creating a solid financial foundation. Some of you have never been financially free. So this is financial freedom. This is inner freedom. This is freedom to be yourself, freedom to be confident, freedom to walk in your truth, operate in your truth. This is truly tapping in and receiving what is owed to you. I'm hearing free from persecution, free from opinions, free from, you know, people trying to put you down, free from projection. All right. This is also mental freedom or mental clarity, or the freedom because of the clarity that you have now mentally, right? A lot of you guys have freed yourself from overthinking or from negative thoughts. Hey, look at this Emperor energy. Ooh, sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. I channeled that song. I think it was Friday. This is definitely also not even just receiving money, but also having the ability to save. I don't think people know how much of a you know, gift it is to be able to save money in this economy. People barely have enough money to do what they need to do with it, let alone save it, you know? And I feel like, you know, I just heard the exception to the rule. Like, a lot of y'all are about to be the exception to the rule. Not saying that there's actual rules. Look at this. Come on now. Not that there's actual rules, but basically based on what society has made us think about life and the expectations that, you know, society has put on us in regards to life and where we should be in life and all of those things, you know, you're the exception to the rule. Like right now we're still, you know, in a recession. We're still very much so in a recession, but a lot of y'all are about to be the exception to the rule. So it's almost like, well, they in a recession. I'm not in no damn recession. And this is whether you have the money right now or not. It's a mentality switch, because everything starts here. Everything that has ever been started as a thought, and everything that will ever be will always start as a thought, which represents the spiritual realm, right? So as long as you at this point understand that having the physical money does not mean that, you know, you don't have it. Just because you don't have it physically don't mean that you don't have it. If you look at a bank account and you check how much money you got in there, all you're doing is checking a computer site with numbers on it, right? It's just numbers. That's not tangible. That's not physical. It's just numbers. It's digital. It is digital numbers right there. So that means that you can make that whatever you want it to be. You can create that number to be whatever you want it to be. You can look at it from that perspective as much as you want. Hell, go get you a motherfucking picture off of the internet with a fake bank account that looks just like yours, maybe from the same bank, but has a large amount in it. And instead of looking at your real bank account, look at that. That's going to start tricking your mind to think that you have way more money than you actually have, which is going to cause you to start attracting opportunities to you to make that a reality. Because your brain is going to say, hold on, we looking at this account and we looking at these numbers and it say 24 million. But the reality doesn't have 24 million. So how do we get both of these things on the same page? Okay, cool. In order for you to get this 24 million, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then you will start to intuitively receive instructions on what to do to make that your reality eventually. That's manifestation, y'all. That's how that shit works. When we say your mentality creates your reality, that's what we mean. When we say be delusional in order to get the things that you want, that's what we mean. We don't mean fuck on a nigga that's cheating on you to convince yourself that one day he's not going to cheat. That's being stupid. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about ignore the fact that this person is fake and has always been fake to you, and you just ignore it and create a delusion that one day they're not going to be fake to you. That's not what we're talking about. Y'all know, I just got to give clarity, because some of y'all be like, well, Poca ain't say that shit. Now, I'm always clear that shit up. Now. All right, let's do some confirmation. Like I said, once I hop off of here, I'll be getting on TikTok live within the next 10 minutes of me completing this live. Well, once I complete this live, 10 minutes from then, I'll be on TikTok live. All right. Also, all services are available. I am still doing the What's Going On reading special. Basically, we'll be tapping in to see what is currently going on in your life, and the things that Spirit is saying for you to do to move past that point. Okay, if you're feeling stagnant, if you just need some confirmation, inbox me. The special is for $22.22. Is a recorded reading, so inbox me if you are interested, or you can shoot me an email. Again, all of my information is going across the bottom of the screen. This special is not on my website. It is not on my website. Okay, first card out is health. All right, so make sure that you're paying attention to your health for sure. Exercising, dieting, making sure that you're being consistent with your herbs and your vitamins and things of that nature. Eating cleaner. Okay, the better you take care of your body, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the more you'll get done. All right, you can't just fill your body full of bullshit and expect for you to feel good, think positively, and all of that. It's like putting the wrong gas in the car. You know what I'm saying? I can't put diesel gas in this car and then expect for the shit to just drive perfectly. No, it's going to break down, or it's not even going to take off, period. Or I'm going to ruin the whole engine. And now I got to get a whole new engine or a whole new car. Okay? So make sure that you're taking care of your engine. Check under your hood, ho. Okay? And make sure that you're doing what you need to do and not just doing what you want to do. All right? Wednesday could be significant. We know tomorrow is Wednesday. So for some of you guys, you may receive something tomorrow. Tomorrow's also the 17th. I told y'all something is going to be super, super abundant about the 17th for a few of y'all. So keep your head on the swivel, okay? The color blue and purple could be significant, as well as the number 4. Frogs could also be significant, okay? I also heard toads or tadpoles as well. I also heard blue jays, okay? So blue jays, bluebirds, all right? Again, positive thinking. Keep your mind out of that negative shit, all right? No low vibrational thoughts, no depression, no anxiety, no overthinking, okay? Get out of your head. Be as positive as possible. We have a lot of planets retrograde in Pisces right now. Pisces is the sign of illusions and dreams and the spiritual realm, okay? So literally use this energy to create, all right? Childhood, like I said, is definitely significant. A lot of you guys have been healing from childhood and doing a lot of childhood trauma healing, which is why you're starting to see the results that you're seeing right now, okay? It's because of the work that you've been putting in. So congratulations in advance. Again, daddy issues, okay? A lot of you guys have been healing from daddy issues. Y'all see that came right after childhood. Wow. So for some of y'all, the childhood trauma you've been healing lately is daddy issues. For some of y'all, this could also be hypermasculinity. All right, being overly masculine, overly aggressive, things of that nature, coming out of that energy and being softer. Okay, embracing the soft life, and this is for men and women. Now, men, soft life for y'all don't mean you get treated like a hoe. Okay, can we bring back the real men? What the fuck, y'all want to be actually soft? That's not what we mean. Okay, for the women, it means to actually be treated soft. But soft life in this aspect of what I'm talking about for both just simply means not doing a whole lot of extra, but simply simplifying life, right? Going through the processes, doing the most simplistic things and getting the greatest results. Okay? Realizing that you don't have to be aggressive. The most alpha men are not aggressive, right? The strongest men, the strongest masculine beings are not aggressive. They're strong, they're powerful, right? They have a presence with them, but they're not aggressive, right? So a lot of you guys are coming out of this aggressive state. A lot of you were made to be aggressive because of the relationship that you had with your dad, or because of how it hardened your heart, right? It hardened your heart and it caused you to kind of be like aggressive as fuck. So coming out of that has been, ooh, come on now. Upgrades to that money, especially for my business owners. This is a great year for business owners. If you've been bullshitting on starting your business or finally doing what you need to do when it comes to business, I don't know why. Because the money is outside, especially while Jupiter is in Gemini. Gemini is the most social sign, the first most social sign of the zodiac, as well as being the first intellectual sign, as well as being the first mutable sign, meaning they can adapt to any situation and go with any flow. This is innocent Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, the planet of growth, the planet of luck. And this will be there for a year until next year, next June. Come on now. Don't bullshit. That's why I keep telling y'all, post your content. Put your shit out there. Write that book. Start journaling. Start writing. Start speaking. If you do poetry, if you do art, whatever you do, put it out there. Okay? And this also is not even just those who do, who work in those spaces, in those social spaces, or who do content creation. This is also talking about speaking. Right? Geminis are the first air sign. Air rules the voice, the lungs, the breath. All right. So speaking is also going to be very powerful. Watch what you say. Your words have ammunition behind them right now. All right. Shadow work, again, for a lot of you guys, is what is either bringing this to you, or you're currently doing a lot of shadow work right now, or even just having some progress with shadow work. I feel like some of y'all are finally having progress with shadow work, and you're realizing that it's because maybe you weren't doing it the proper way, or maybe you were trying to do it based on somebody else's opinions or what somebody else told you, or whatever the case is. But now you're doing it for you in the way that feels organic to you, and you're getting those results. So congratulations to that, for that. We got dark feminine energy. Okay, standing in your power. A lot of my divine feminines are standing in their power. And even for my divine masculines, I also feel like a lot of you guys are starting to stand in your feminine energy as well, and understanding that you don't have to be, being soft don't mean that you pussy. You know what I'm saying? Being mild and being meek in nature, and being moving and operating in peace and tranquility and level-headedness doesn't mean that you pussy. Not responding to everything everybody has to say, not responding to every negative thing you hear, not feeling the need to address everything, right? Just simply understanding who you are, as well as being secure in your emotions. If I need to cry, bitch, I'ma cry. You're not gonna make me feel bad for crying. The fuck? If I'm sad, I'm sad. If that hurt my feelings, it hurt my feelings, and you're not gonna make me feel bad about it. A lot of y'all were feeling bad about, feeling some type of way about different things, or living in your truth when it comes to feeling some type of way about different things, because you felt like it made you weak, or people have convinced you that that was a weakness. And it's not. The strongest people cry. Honestly, the stronger you are, the more you cry. Justice coming in for a lot of you guys. So again, things are turning in your favor. The scales are being balanced. Karma is outside. Justice represents Jupiter as well. Okay, so things are, turning. They're evolving. Okay, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Period. Let's get 2 more. Let go of the past. Leave the past behind. It is time to move forward. A lot of cycles are ending, okay? And it's okay to grieve. You know what I'm saying? Meaning certain people you will no longer be in contact with. It's okay to grieve those relationships. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel some type of way. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? As long as you still choose you at the end of the day. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel some type of way. It's okay to grieve. All right? But eventually, get over it, move past it. Period. All right, we got library, study, and wisdom. So again, a lot of you guys are definitely, I just heard, taking yourself to school and just educating yourself on yourself. I feel like you are realizing and understanding a lot of things about yourself, whether that's gifts, whether that's insight that you've always had, knowledge you've always had, things you've always possessed. Okay, a lot of y'all are realizing like, damn, I really in the shit, and I've been the shit this whole time. I really let you hoes convince me that I wasn't shit. That's crazy. Like, now that you are where you are, you're looking over your life like, what the fuck was I? Damn, I was really beating myself up about that. Or I was really being hard on myself about that. Or I really thought that I wasn't smart enough or good enough or worthy enough or valuable enough or whatever. Yeah. Cool head, being chill, being more calm, not worried, not stressing, okay? Even when you feel like there's things for you to stress over, a lot of y'all not even stressing. Like, you're starting to realize like everybody around you may be stressed, and you like, well, damn, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm also not stressed. And it's a little weird. It's like, I don't have everything that I want, and I'm still working on a whole lot of shit, but for some reason I got all this peace, and I feel good, and I'm confident, and, and if you do find yourself worrying, then, shift your perspective. 12-12 could be significant, but it's talking about goals being accomplished. Fast-paced growth. Fast-paced growth. Stop being scary. Go for it. This is the time to go for it, like I've been saying, okay? Push past the fear. Push past, the opinions. Push past the bullshit. Push past the haters. And just do it. Again, the worst thing that can happen is nothing happens. That's the worst thing. Don't worry about, oh, well, people won't see me. What if I fail in front of those people? So, the only people that can fail are people who tried. And it's not really a failure if you're learning lessons from it. If I can take something from it and use it in the future to become better, then that's not a failure. That's a lesson. Period. Okay? Last card for the collective. How are we ending this reading? Spirit, what's the last card? Silver lining. Amazing turnaround, random shifts. It's been a long time coming. Neptune at the bottom of the deck, 444 at the bottom of the deck. Like I said, this is all about stability. This is all about, Neptune is in Pisces, and Neptune is also ruled by Pisces. Meaning, and Neptune is the planet of spirituality. So, or intuition. Okay, so your silver lining comes to you trusting your intuition. Mind you, the first card out was freedom, but the second card out was intuition and downloads. Meaning there is no freedom without these downloads, without you following your intuition, without you trusting spirit and going with the flow. Okay? I love this for y'all. I'm super excited for everybody. I'm super excited for myself because I know I'm a part of this. And I love it. I love it. All right. So again, I am still doing the special for what's going on to give you guys some insight on what may be happening currently in your life or give you some confirmation. Again, it's 222 if you are 222. $22.22. If you are interested, feel free to inbox me or email me, and I'll send you the information to book. Again, in about 10 minutes, it is 4:03 Eastern Standard Time right now. So by like 4:15, I'll be on 4:15, 4:30 at the latest, because I think I want to give me a little snack or something. I'll be on TikTok Live Not quite sure what I'll be doing over there, but if you want to come through, then you can definitely come through. Again, all of my information is going across the bottom of the screen. Feel free to reach out or go to my website for any services. Yes, I can accept Apple Pay. Love and light to everyone. I will be back on here tomorrow. And again, there's something significant with the 17th. If you know anything about 17, right? In numerology, 1 and 7 is 8. Okay, so tomorrow will have the energy of an 8 day. It is also a 4 day overall. So if you add up all of the numbers for the date tomorrow, you will get 4. Okay, so not only is it a 4 day, but it's also an 8 day. So remember I was talking about mirroring things. 2 4s make an 8. So 4s mirroring each other creates an 8, right? 8 is abundance. 4 is foundation and stability. Okay, so the more you get stable, the more of a foundation you have, the more abundance you attract to you. All right, so tomorrow is definitely going to be a super special day for a lot of people. Congratulations in advance if you are a part of that group being blessed by the universe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely after the 20th. Okay, so tomorrow for some, but if not tomorrow, a lot of you guys will definitely be feeling it more collectively after the 20th. Okay, again, love and light to everyone. I will see you guys either on TikTok in a little bit or tomorrow. Watch this video from the beginning to get a better understanding. Also tune into yesterday's live as well, because some of the messages are similar to yesterday's messages as well. All right, peace.